Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to This Month in Monster Taming, the segment on this channel where we go over the major upcoming developments for any given month in the monster taming genre, this time for the month of September 2022. Now, this month isn't going to be super busy in terms of a widespread amount of updates, but we do have a couple of really big ones and some minor ones. Of course, there is the release date of both ReLegend and Temtem in full access, with the former coming out on PC and the latter coming out on all next-gen platforms. Nexomon's Complete Edition just came out, which will surely be a point of discussion this month as well. The Ova Magica early access for Kickstarter backers is planned for this month. I also think we're going to get a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer, but that's purely speculative, which I will explain my reasoning in a bit and more. So as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so while technically happening at the end of August, I figured I'd include it here. The Nexomon Complete Edition just came out, and as of such, I see a lot of you guys commenting on some of my older Nexomon content, and a lot of general discussions about Nexomon is circulating, which is always great. The collection, if you don't know, includes the first two games available physically on PS4 and Switch, and honestly is a good excuse for me to put out some new Nexomon content, especially discussion and speculation videos based around Nexomon 3. By the way, if you haven't played Nexomon and do really enjoy Pokemon-like games, I think you're missing out, so definitely feel free to check it out, because I think it's a lot of fun. On September 5th, ReLegend, the monster taming, raising, farming, fishing, mining, etc. game, is coming out in full access on Steam, which was just recently revealed after a lot of delays regarding the game's launch. The developers have already stated in the past that the game was going to come out on Steam first, then consoles later, so this is no surprise that console launch is still pending. That said, for me, I do think that the release date is a little bit of a problem, considering that Temtem's coming out the next day. And at least when it comes to making content, it's going to be very hard for me to juggle both full releases for these games at the same time, but I'll do my best. I will be streaming the launch of ReLegend on September 5th, so stay tuned for that. As I just stated, on September 6th, Temtem will be releasing in full access on Steam and PS5, and will be releasing for the first time on Xbox Series X and Nintendo Switch. Temtem was the first monster taming game outside of Pokemon that I've ever covered on the channel, and sort of began my trip down the rabbit hole. While the game is not perfect, it's definitely been improved significantly since the early access launch, and the full access update will bring forth some even more quality of life improvements and a Battle Frontier-esque area. My plan in terms of content for you guys is day one, we're going to be streaming right when it goes live, and that'll showcase the new endgame stuff, and we'll sort of try not to get smacked by all those endgame bosses, because I'm assuming it'll be really challenging. After that, I will be recording my Nintendo Switch Let's Play, which is going to start right from the beginning of the game. So if you're someone who hasn't played Temtem and don't want to watch a stream on launch day showcasing the endgame, you also have that to look forward to. And I will, of course, be putting updated guides, breakdowns, and stuff like that for those who maybe don't want to watch a Let's Play but do want informative and useful content regarding the game. The update itself will launch around noon Eastern time, so if you're free, definitely come hang out on stream. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. On September 22nd, the Cobble Critters Kickstarter will come to an end, and that'll be the determining factor as to whether or not it gets funded. Cobble Critters is basically a tabletop monster taming card game, not what we usually cover on the channel, but once in a while when a tabletop creator reaches out to me, I like to shed some light on their game since it's like another monster taming medium. So far, it has yet to get funded and is about 1/3 way through its campaign, so if it does interest you, you can check it out, linked below. Now, the Chainmonsters developer has stated that their upcoming demo should be going live mid-September, which will include updated graphics, daily quests, and PvP. That said, I am taking a wait-and-see approach with Chainmonsters, as even though it's completely optional and is using it differently, it does still have crypto elements to it, and with the recent fall of Untamed Isles, I've definitely become a lot more jaded towards these types of games. So yeah, I am reporting on the news because it is relevant, and I do wish Max all the best with the project, because I have spoken to him directly and he is really passionate about the game, which is something that I don't see with dozens of these crypto monster taming games that do in fact reach out to me, that I don't really give the time of day because they're literally just NFT grinding simulators. But yeah, we'll see how Chainmonsters develops and if it is really the 1%. The Gort developer has revealed to me that a new demo is coming out this month and had this to say: I'm pushing to get out the first Steam demo on September. It will include a tutorial level and the first dungeon for the game with at least 6 different Gorts. 3 of them are playable, which are the starters. It won't include catching or evolving for now. If you didn't know, Gort is a monster taming game with real-time combat and a focus on puzzle solving and dungeons. To me, it's something like Pokemon mixed with 3D Zelda games like Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, etc. Alright, we're gonna wrap this video up with a little bit of speculation on my part, but I do think that it is quite likely we will receive some sort of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer in September and October, leading up to the launch in November. Generally, my experience following Pokemon game releases like X and Y, Sun and Moon, etc., they like to show off the gimmick, which they already have done, but they'll also show off the starter evolutions, not necessarily the final forms, because I think only Gens 2 and 7 they did that, but they usually, more often than don't, show off the middle form before the game comes out, and we haven't seen that. I could definitely see one of these trailers being specifically dedicated to that, and perhaps we can get another trailer dedicated to some other type of gimmick that the game has, like how Pokemon Sword and Shield had camp or whatever. Again, this is not confirmed, but I do think it is pretty likely that we'll at least get one more Pokemon trailer before the launch of the game, and there's a good chance it'll be this month. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the month as far as major updates are concerned, at least for those that we have confirmed dates or windows. With all that being said, if you are a fan of monster taming games in general, definitely subscribe to my channel because I put out new monster taming videos every single day, sometimes twice. You can also check out my Twitter, my Discord, and my Patreon if you want to further support the channel. Speaking of which, special thanks to my patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, and Dark Persona, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.